Dzień dobry. Welcome to the Matrox booth at ISE 2025. My name is Jörg Langeheine, and we are showing here at this ISE a bunch of new products based on the open standard IPMX. So we already had the Convert IP series for the signal distribution. We are now announcing transcoder, IP KVM, and also a video wall solution. So you have a complete workflow based on IPMX. And the big benefit is it's the open standard. So it's good for interoperability and for also being future-proof. So you're not locked into a proprietary solution. So please follow me and I will introduce all the individual stations and the benefits of our new and upcoming products. So we're here at the Convert IP family station. And I would like to pass over to Jean, my colleague. And Jean, please be so kind and introduce Convert IP series and what workflow we are showing here.
All right, thank you. We're showing the Convert IP. It's a IP to IPMX or 2110 gateway. So you can use Convert IP to turn HDMI or SDI signal into IPMX or 2110, or when receive 2110 signals and output them to HDMI or SDI. Convert IP can also be used as a gateway between 2110 and IPMX. So you can take 2110 signal, turn it into IPMX, IPMX into 2110.
What is IPMX? What is 2110? So maybe some people wouldn't know. Maybe you can explain that.
Good point. So IPMX is an open standard designed to enable Pro AV to move from baseband signals into AV over IP. So Broadcast did that a few years ago, and they converted all their SDI infrastructure into AV over IP using a standard called SMPTE 2110. And IPMX is based on 2110, but is targeting the Pro AV market.
Wonderful.
All right.
So the big advantage is you're not locked to any proprietary solution. You have interoperability with all these products, so absolutely future-proof.
Exactly. And this way, you're not locked into one vendor. Anybody can implement IPMX in their products. So you can use products from Matrox with products from other manufacturers that both implement the IPMX standard. So IPMX also uses another standard called NMOS. And NMOS is used to discover the devices on the network and be able to route signal between the different devices on the network. So talking about NMOS, we're also showcasing the Conduct IP, which is our NMOS controller here in the station. And so we use this NMOS controller to do the routing between the different devices, including devices from other manufacturers. And so also in a station here where we showcase Convert IP, we are demonstrating different features that can be very useful for Convert IP. For example, we take advantage of the compatibility of the open standard of IPMX with the other open standard of AES67, which Dante device also support. And so
AES67 is basically the audio part of the open standard IPMX.
Correct. So 2110 and IPMX are both based on AES67. And AES67 was created to interconnect all the different audio devices out there, including Dante. And so we show how we can use Convert IP to receive Dante signal, and also how with our integration, you can send signals from our Convert IP to Dante devices such as the Yamaha mixer we have on this spot.
Anything else you can demonstrate? Maybe you can show how nice we can switch with our NMOS controller?
Sure. So the concept of our controller is you design rooms and you put devices in room, and then once in the room, you can route signal what you want. And so if I have a camera and I need to send it to this monitor, I simply come in the control of Conduct IP and I select the camera, and then the camera gets sent to the monitor. As you can see, it's very fast, it switches instantly. And I can do this with any signal on my network, audio or video. And so it's very useful that way.
One big advantage of 2110 and IPMX is the perfect image quality and for sure the low latency. What kind of latency would you assume we have on this Convert IP series here?
Right now, with Convert IP, when it's uncompressed, you get about 1 millisecond glass-to-glass latency. And with compression, we get about 2 millisecond glass-to-glass latency.
Amazing.
As you can see, it's instantaneous.
Okay, so Convert IP is on the market for quite some time now, but we are always improving, adding more features. So what are we adding here and showing here what kind of new features besides the Dante integration?
Yes, so one of the features we're showing on our stand is this new multi-viewer mode, where we can use a single Convert IP. Instead of driving one image on one monitor, we can now receive 4 different IPMX signal, and put them together on the same monitor. So very useful, as we have in our demonstration here, for an operator to be monitoring what's going on on the venue and select the right signal at the right time. The other thing, and talking about selecting signals at the right time, with our Conduct IP, we have what we call salvos or presets, and you can create presets which are basically deciding ahead of time which kind of angles you're going to be sending to the monitors. And with a simple RESTful API, we can also easily integrate it with all kinds of controller, including the Stream Deck, as we show on our stand here. So you push the button, it triggers the preset, and the monitor change according to what you've decided ahead of time.
There is a new product on this table. What is that?
All right, so of course, I forgot to mention the new SDM module. So this is our Convert IPs, but a version that fits inside the monitor. We call them an SDM module because it's using, again, an open standard called SDM. And the monitors we have here on the stand have this slot in the back of them. So I'm actually sending all this IPMX signal directly into this module that's inside the monitor. So there's no external box in the back of these monitors. We find these slots in monitors and projectors and different devices from different manufacturers because it's an open standard.
From Intel, right?
Correct.
So it turns a projector or a display into an IPMX endpoint, so you can easily route the signals to this device. So thank you very much, Sean, for this introduction and wonderful show.
Thank you.